Today I'm showing you how to get all sacred tiers so you get the maximum amount of restoration when you use your flasks. FYI, the max is plus 12, and now we'll get into the locations. So if you don't already know, the way sacred tiers work are they're all in church of something locations. They're all in churches. Most have invasions outside of them. So for Limgrave on the bottom side of the map, which you get to over here, we have three locations. We have the Church of the Pilgrimage. We have Calu Baptism Church. Now, most of these churches, well, these churches right here for sure, you can just simply travel to them. There's no real hard to follow paths. So I'm just showing you the locations. If anything's complicated, I'll show you that. And then over here, we have the fourth church of Marika. Leave this up just so you can see some of the waypoints for a second. Our fourth and final church in Limgrave is also easily accessible. It is located right here, third church of Marika. Here you have the Mistward outskirts, Muckwater catacombs, Summon Water village outskirts. You can simply take the horse from the beginning and just go right past the enemies. There should be no problem. Just there will be an invader fight at that location. Next tab we have Lorena on the lake, or however you pronounce it. There are three locations, three churches over here. So pretty much right after you unlock the region, you can go southwest of the lake facing cliffs and get the Church of Irith. Sorry if I'm pronouncing any of these wrong. Our next church is roughly in the middle of the map, the Bellum Church. This is also not hard to find once you come over here and get to this area. You have the East Rhea Lucia Gate, the Raven, Grand Lift of Dictus, Black Knife Catacombs. From the Black Knife Catacombs, you'd have to go all the way around. Don't use that waypoint to get there. But you can get there from over here once you have the Grand Lift of Deacon. Once you get there, you can easily go back to. Our third and final church for the location is a little bit more complicated to get to. There's a mountain and you think you might be able to get up the mountain, but you simply cannot. So to get to this church, you want to take the Grand Lift of Dectus checkpoint, and you're going to come this way, straight left, and you're going to come up until you get to the point of the Frenzied Flame Village. This will allow you to come up this way and get the church. Moving on to the Atlas Plateau, this location has two churches. So our first church, you're going to take the Atlas Highway Junction and just come right over here. Very easy to grab the second church of Marika. Our next and last church for the region is the Stormcaller Church. Now, you might be thinking you can get up from over here, but I didn't find that accessible. I found taking the Outer World Battleground and following the path all the way around was the easier way to get into the church, and actually the only way that gave me access when I was going back and confirming all the locations. Moving on to the mountaintops of the Giant, this location has two churches. So from the freezing lake, you're going to go past the freezing bog boss fight, and at the end of the lake you can grab the first church of Marika. So our last location for the region and also the game is the Church of Repose. This can be located just west of the Foot on the Forge. It's very easy to access. You just go straight left. This is main story progression. You have to go this way to fight the boss of the region. So once you've reached the end of the section, the mountaintops and the giants, you can just come over here and grab the church. Once again, there is an NPC invasion there. Just expect an NPC invasion at every church. I forget if even there might actually be an MP invasion at every church, but there definitely is one at a lot of them. And that's all. That's how you get all sacred tier locations. I hope that helps.